Hello people! I'm doing a short video, much shorter than you're used to, by me, the wordy me, about watercolor paper, because I've got something very important to say about it. Since this is very expensive paper, they both are, as you know, this is both 100% cotton. I've got Fabriano Artistico 100% cotton. It's cold pressed and it's £140, and this is the extra white. And I have Winsor Newton Professional, I think this is, cold pressed, 100% cotton, £140. I want to show you the difference between these between these kinds of paper, and one is an absolute bummer to me, to be honest. So here we go, and I hope that the brand that I refer to listens and will improve it. So I did two paintings this week, and even though they are very, very different in style, they both have the same background, which is a wash of watercolor. And what I do is I first spray the entire page with water. So this is a very, very wet technique, which is why I use 100% cotton paper, because that's the only paper that will be really good with it. And I did the same with this. If you don't believe me, because I can imagine, I will show you here in this half sphere, you can see the gradation of watercolors, as you can see in this half playing card, and here below in the letter. So as you can, I painted lots and lots of layers. So let me show you why I am referring to why I want to talk about these two different kinds of paper. They should be the same, is what I feel, because price-wise they are about the same, although I purchased this at a huge discount, so I don't feel too bad about it. But just look. So I'm going to pose my camera in a strange angle, and you can see this paper is bubbling and curling up. Now, it's normal for paper to sort of take on a different shape when you wet it. Only I feel this paper shouldn't, not for this price. This is the Fabriano, the top one. Oh, there is a jet plane flying by, so if you hear some noise, that's it. I feel it shouldn't curl up, because it doesn't curl up too bad. I mean, it's not as bad as non-cotton paper or 50% cotton paper, but still I feel it curls up more than it should, especially because these paper pads are glued on all sides. So I feel they shouldn't curl up. It's not too bad. I can still sell this painting when you put it in a frame. The curling is not as serious as that it totally deforms the paper. And, you know, I could put some weight on it, or even iron it very carefully. Or but even if you put it in a frame, you don't even really need a mat. You would not see this. So it's not really a super big problem. But I will show you what I do think is a problem. But now here we go with this one. This is a Winsor Newton paper. By the way, the Fabriano is said to be extra white, but I don't see a difference in color between the Fabriano and the Winsor Newton. So they are both the same color. And I don't think the Winsor Newton does not mention extra white or anything. But this paper had way more layers of paint, because this was wash after wash, and then on top of that a lot more watercolor, and then some gouache and all kinds of supplies. That's my dog barking, I think, at the mailman. Hold on. Okay, so I paused the video and I'm continuing again. Yeah, okay, that works. So, but as you can see, this paper is almost entirely flat. The only place where it bulges a little bit is here at the top, but just look where that is at the place where you cut the paper loose from the pad. So it's normal, I think, that when the strain on the paper is not equal as it is here, it might bulge just a little bit, but the Fabriano bulges a lot. So when you feel the paper, The Winsor Newton feels heavier and thicker and more sturdy, even though it's a bigger sheet. This feels a little bit more flimsy, as you can see. I can't hold it up without it bending, and I can hold this up without it bending. It's these characteristics of the paper make me decide that from now on I will use the Winsor & Newton. But I'm going to show you even something that bugs me way more, and that really, really annoys me. I rarely get very annoyed, but this annoys me, because let's move on to the Winsor & Newton. As you can see, it's a beautifully flat and even pad. There's no bulging, nothing. Now let's move on to the Fabriano. Can you see that? This is the paper pad I painted on, and as you can see, this sheet was right on top of this, and all the paper beneath the sheet I painted on has absorbed water and is bulging. Now, and this is something I feel that very expensive 100% cotton paper should not do, because the moment I start working with very wet paint, it will start bulging and bubbling even more. And that really pisses the hell out of me for this amount of money that I don't like to spend on art supplies that they do offer the qualities and the characteristics. I mean, it is 100% cotton. You know, the grain is fine. It was really nice painting on it. I loved all of that. But then, you know, if I want to make a painting now to sell, I will have to cut sheets off until it bulges no more. So how many will it be? 2, 3, 5? I don't know, but I hate it because it's a waste of money. And with the price that you pay for 100% cotton paper, that's not acceptable. So I am very positive. I've never been very adamant about any kind of paper before, but now that I am really diving into the 100% cotton paper, I have to say I love the Winsor & Newton paper, and as you can see, there is a difference between the Fabriano and the Winsor & Newton. I've also bought other brands, and when I paint on those and compare those, I will post another video. I hope this has been useful to you, and if your experiences are different, please let me know. I mean, I do know that working with watercolor, the results differ in different climates, different approaches, and, you know, perhaps you have a great tip for me how I can flatten this sheet of paper and how I can flatten the paper on this pad. Maybe you have already experimented and can share with me what your tricks are. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and well, I hope I'll be seeing you again soon. Bye.